A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A play fake. Now Cunningham on the move to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
White 90. White 90.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run it.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Left, 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 left. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, here's Cunningham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's Cunningham. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Looking deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Here we
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A toss play to Hunt. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Cunningham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And then they get that bad taste out of their mouth here. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And bulldozing his way through. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham throwing the out route incomplete. That's Glover. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Cunningham. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Green.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Green. Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Ace.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On third and short, Smallwood. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It is intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They run with Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go. Green, 39.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. And this is caught by Watkins for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Spins by. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Hill, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham.
steps away to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Cunningham looking to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or worse, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out Wood.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Cunningham to throw. Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Ohio! 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 Check my 46. Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that one complete to Wendell Smallwood. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Cunningham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Hut! Hut!
Now a first down throw. Cunningham got his man complete over the middle. It's Glover. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And that is incomplete here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And out come the Chiefs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing now is Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Caught here by Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Throw left side complete. That's Glover. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A gain of 32 that time.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Let's go. What? 90.
Cunningham. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Anthony Hitchens coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This from 36 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for better.
Oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Mahomes. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And they drop it for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And again, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing thing. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Minnesota, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari ride. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say, baby, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I got my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. They be late, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I'm in 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want. I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Sideways, sideways.
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wrist watch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in the hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax.